Hello everybody, hope you had a great Christmas and welcome back to some more Championship predictions. It's time to do predictions for game week round number 24. And because Christmas is a glorious time of year for football, but you do have so many games in a short space of time, I've had to put this video out before I've seen the Boxing Day results. So I'm going into this round of predictions completely blind. It might work out for the better, who knows?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
But one thing that I know is that I still have this golden rule, and I still have to abide by this golden rule. And if you don't know what that golden rule is, well, I'm about to tell you. But it's also quite a funny rule, because Oxford always win. And that means I have to back Oxford United to get a victory in every single game. But don't worry, thankfully, they never let me down this season.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Hey, maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe Gary Rowett has already, and maybe he will continue to pull a rabbit out of the hat. But who knows? I wouldn't hold my breath. But let's move on to this round of predictions. But please hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much to everybody that got me over 2,000 subs before the new year. That was my goal. For those of you that haven't already subbed, please do so. Do it. And let's jump into these predictions. And we start at Carrow Road for a bit of Norwich versus the Queen's Park Rangers. Well, as I'm going into this round of results blind, I'm going to be quite quick with my predictions here. So no dilly-dallying or wasting your time. Well, maybe wasting it a bit. But I'm going to be backing the Canaries for a home win here. QPR are in good form and particularly hard to beat. But Norwich are pretty good on their own patch themselves. And as much as they are a bit inconsistent themselves, I think they will find a win here. And I'm going for a home win for Norwich. Norwich City 2, QPR 1. Preston North End versus Sheffield Wednesday.
Come on, Wednesday!
Come on, Wednesday, indeed. Sheffield Wednesday have been flying, and particularly away from home, where they've been picking up wins for fun, picking up wins more than pretty much any other side in all 4 divisions. So you would think I'll be backing a pretty cut and dry Wednesday away win here, but I tell you what, I am not, because poor Heckingbottom's men are quite a decent side and a hard side to play against themselves. And when the two sides played at Hillsborough, it ended up being a pretty... I would say Preston probably had the better of that game, and I think Preston will probably have the better of this game as well. But Wednesday don't lose many on the road, and they'll probably go behind and battle back to get a point this time, though. Preston 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Sheffield United versus West Bromwich Albion. Well, if everything was going well at Hillsborough, everything is going even better over in the red half of the Steel City. Chris Wilder's side are absolutely immense. They are flying. They look unbeatable. It looks like you can barely score against this Sheffield United side. And I think they will beat this West Bromwich Albion side. A West Brom side who are reeling still from Carlos Corberán going to Valencia. Can you blame him? Can you blame him for wanting to go to Valencia? It sounds so picturesque compared to life in the Black Country. Maybe I'm doing you a disservice there. Maybe West Bromwich is absolutely lovely. But back to the football. I am going to be backing the Blades to win this one, and I think they're going to carry on their amazing home form. Sheffield United 2, West Bromwich Albion 0. Blackburn Rovers versus Hull City. I'm looking for a home win in this one, and maybe I'm being a bit harsh on Hull, but I just feel I need to see a little bit more from this Ruben Sellers side before I can predict them confidently to win games. They've started to turn it around at home. Can they turn it around away from home? Blackburn, very solid at home. We've seen that throughout the season, so I just think they're going to get another pretty cut and dry home win here. Blackburn Rovers 2, Hull City 0. Bristol City versus Portsmouth. This could be an absolute cracker down in Bristol, and I'm putting that most of it down to Portsmouth because they seem a strange side. You never know what you're going to get. I know they got absolutely smashed by Derby a few weeks ago, but they backed that up with that huge win that they had at home against Coventry. And I just find this Portsmouth side quite a tough side to play against at the moment. They've got goals in them. They've got good performances in them. And this Bristol City side is so inconsistent, I don't know what to back. So I'm just going to say Portsmouth have another pretty good away day. They're not going to win the game, but they're going to get a really valiant point as they continue to pull away from the drop zone. And it's looking more likely that they are going to be finishing quite in a healthy position in the league and not looking over their shoulder at the relegation zone. Worryingly for my Oxford United. But it is going to be a draw in this one. Bristol City 2, Portsmouth 2. And we come to my beloved Oxford United next. It's Oxford United versus Plymouth Argyle, undoubtedly the game of the round. I'm sure you will all agree. It's your classic relegation 6-pointer. I have no idea what to expect from this Gary Rowett Oxford United side. What is Oxford United going to be like life after Des Buckingham? Well, I don't know. I can't predict it, so I'm just going to pull a left field result out of my backside like I normally do. Plymouth are garbage away from home, but they'll be looking at this one as an opportunity to get a rare win on the board, and they'll be thinking, if we can't win at Oxford, where can we win? Well, unfortunately, Pilgrims, I have to back my boys. It's the golden rule after all. So let's go for a cracking game at the Kassam Stadium where Oxford United come out on the right side of it. Let's go for Oxford United 3, Plymouth Argyle 2. Swansea City versus Luton Town is next up, and this is more down to how Luton are away from home more than anything else. They find a way to win games at the Kenilworth Road, but away from home their form is pretty disastrous, which is keeping them in that lower half of the table. Swansea need to find some consistency if they're going to be anything more than a mid-table side this season, but I do think the Swans will win this one. I'm going for Swansea 3, Luton 1. Coventry City versus Millwall. Well, I'm going to be going for another home win in this one. It's been a common theme in these predictions, and I'm doing a lot of home wins in these rounds. And I just fancy Coventry to get the job done. I feel that Frank Lampard will want to try and put on a bit of a show, entertain the crowd at the CBS Arena, and put on arguably Coventry's most comprehensive win of the season. It's not going to be easy against Millwall, but I do think it's a Millwall side that are reeling a little bit now from that departure of Neil Harris. And I'm just going to have a Coventry victory. Let's go for Coventry City 3, Millwall 0. Stoke City versus Sunderland is next up, and a lot of people will be backing the Black Cats in this one, but I just worry about them, especially away from home. I feel they just struggle to get these results. They end up dropping quite a lot of points that you wouldn't expect. And I just think this Stoke side, there'll be you don't know what the crowd's going to be like at Stoke. They seem to be a bit underwhelming, the crowds there these days. And it's not been a great season. It's been a bit iffy. But I do feel this one is going to be where Stoke do get something out of it. And it's just Sunderland's inability to be really consistent is probably just going to cost them that automatic spot. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. Let me know, Sunderland fans. But I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I'm going to go for Stoke City 1, Sunderland 1. Middlesbrough versus Burnley is next up, and it's two sides eyeing promotion. It's a top of the table clash, but whilst Burnley have shown that consistency that could put them up there challenging with Sheffield United and Leeds, might become a bit of a 3-horse race, that one. Middlesbrough are another one of those sides that just aren't consistent enough and probably are in that playoff battle rather than anything else. But they are a very good team and a very entertaining side, and you need to be pretty special to crack this Burnley nut because they are pretty watertight like Sheffield United at the back. But I do feel that there'll be goals in this one. So if you're having a bit of a punt, you might get good value on the over 2.5 goals or something like that. Because that's what I'm going for. I'm actually going for bigger than that. And it will probably end up being 0-0 and you'll waste your money. But hey, give it a go. Middlesbrough 2, Burnley 2. Watford versus Cardiff City is next up, and this prediction is mainly due to I don't want a relegation rival to win and get more of a march on Oxford United. Again, there's a huge game for Cardiff at the Kassam, and by the time you're watching this video, you would have known what the result was. I don't. So either way, I don't want Cardiff to pick up points, so I'm going to have to back Watford in this game. Watford have been pretty good at home, so I'd like to feel they will get the result done, and I'm going to go for a big win as well for the Hornets. Watford 3, Cardiff 0. And we end at the baseball ground for Derby County versus Leeds United. I haven't done a predictions video since Leeds walloped Oxford predictably by 4-0. Unbelievably impressive. Played within themselves like an exhibition game. Everything you would expect. And it's a Leeds side that have already beaten Derby pretty comfortably at Elland Road as well. And whilst Derby will want to put on a bit more of a show at home, I don't think they're going to be able to do it, and I feel that Leeds are just going to run out comfortable winners and an easy run-of-the-mill away day for you for once, Leeds fans, rather than biting your fingernails right till the 90th minute, which you'll be happy about because I'm going to go for Derby County 0, Leeds United 2. That will do it, folks. That is the final round of predictions for this year. My goodness, it snuck up on us. So the next time I do predictions, it will be for those New Year's Day predictions. 2025, what is it going to bring? Let me know down below. Let me know your thoughts on these predictions. Let me know your hopes and dreams for your club in 2025. And I'll be back for plenty more videos because there's plenty more football. So keep watching the channel. Subscribe, hit that notify bell and all that jazz. And I will see you very soon.
My work is done here.
What do you mean your work is done? You didn't do anything.
Didn't I?